I actually do have a funny story. So I went to Vegas to open up for Janko'S.
Amazing.
And I, we're kind of like on this basis where I don't ask, but if you say, let's do it, I'm there. I'm trying to hone in these skills and craft. I get there and he's like, yo, you're not performing tonight. And I was like, oh no, I thought I did something wrong. But it was because they had a special guest, Tiffany Haddish, and she came, bro, and blew the fucking house off, right? So I'm like, oh shit, like this is great. And then I'm like, but tomorrow, so I went to dinner with them, by the way, right? So I'm still in the phase of hey, I'm still here, like I'm gonna be here, and making them laugh. And then yesterday, the next day we go on the Razor things, bro. And I just got introduced to the gentleman who runs the Laugh Factory. And if you guys don't know what that is like, dude, if you're trying to be a comedian, like that is, everybody started there. Everybody started there.
Right.
He's in my Razor. Me and Batch are racing, and I'm like head to head. I'm doing the one thing my dad told me, don't fucking do when you're in this shit. Don't be right here because you can't see the ground, and if you hit a rock, you'll flip. Hard cut, we flip. Pop! And I'm with the dude, and I'm like, oh my God. So we're over. I'm like, it can't get worse. Then the gas thing pops, and just the whole gasoline is being poured on this man. I was like, there goes my career. I'm never doing stand-up ever again.
Yeah, you incinerated the guy with the keys to your future.
Yeah.
You incinerated Mr. Miyagi. You're Mr. Miyagi.
Bro, so I was like, this can't fucking get worse than this.
Oh, it can. Someone threw a match.
It could definitely get worse, brother. It could get worse.
Short story, Batch and Joe have to come back to get us because we can't lift this shit. So now I'm embarrassed. They're laughing, they're recording and making fun of me. And I'm like, yeah, I'm so stupid. There's nothing I could do here. Then in the midst of them making fun of me, they're all laughing. They're like, dude, come and perform tonight at the Win. And I'm like, bet.
Oh, in Vegas?
Yeah, it's my first theater event.
Yeah. There's
over 1,000 people. And I'm confident, bro, because every time I perform so far, I've been really impressing a lot of big people. Like, I'm not going to name drop, but a lot of people have reached out and they're like, yo, I want you to perform at my show. I want you to do this. So I'm very excited, and I think I'm about to fuck this day up, bro. Like, I'm about to kill it, right? I have my jokes. I know what I'm doing. I have the energy. I get on. Nobody. And by the way, I made it very clear that this is my first theater performance. I'm excited. I'm backstage. It's my first theater. So my first joke, I have this thing where I grab my phone and dude, every time I do this joke, it crushes, brings the house down. And that's what I open up with to let people know like I'm funny and I go in. Nobody tells me, Mike, that the theater is designed so you can't hear the audience.
What? Oh, that's horrible.
Bro, bop, tell my joke.
They're like muffled.
Bro, it like blew a shotgun through my chest.
How did it feel? Did you feel like anxiety? Like just...
I swear to God, Mike, I was so frozen up in that moment that I wanted to just put my mic back and just walk off stage. Like, so I'm like, oh my God. And mind you, bro, we have the biggest comics watching me right now backstage. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, this is it. Again, my career's done. But then something I dug deep. I was like, yo, if I'm going to bomb for the first time, I'm just going to just do it.
Keep going, yeah.
So I performed this shit as if I'm killing it, dude. Thank God. So I come off stage and they're like, yo, you did great. And I thought they're making fun of me. And I was like, fuck you guys. And I was like, no one laughed. They're like, what are you talking about? And Reed hands me my phone and I could hear people laughing.
Oh, shit.
I was like, oh, thank God. So if it really wasn't for me being like, fuck it, I'm just going to just drown in this, then I would have fucked up my whole life in this situation. So the stand-up thing is really cool. I'm in a great place. This is a guy named Enrique who's running the Laugh Factory. He's introduced me to everybody in the industry. And I'm talking about people I look up to. And they're just sitting down one-on-one and I'm just asking them questions and they're just giving it to me. So I'm on this fast track to learn. I'm getting offered to do really big shows right now and I'm respectfully declining just because I really want to master this craft. One, I know people are going to look harder on me because I came from this social media world.
They will, yeah.
And two, I don't want to disrespect any comics because they had to be a comic and to be a successful comic, they had to be shitted on and worked and beat to just get one thing that I'm basically getting for free.
Yeah.
So as respect to the community, I'm like, I'll reject offers and I'm sitting here working on the craft and I'm going to be there when I'm ready.
Your head's in the perfect spot.
Yeah.
It's fucking fantastic.
I appreciate that.
It's sort of taking a page from Thor's book in Iceland. I don't know if you saw the podcast. You definitely didn't see the podcast. You don't watch shit.
No, unless I'm on it, I don't watch it.
I know. But I commended him for his ability to like dedicate himself to a craft and then come out as the best. Like I think you should for like 2 to 3 years, dude. Not underground, but don't go crazy, bro. Like
yeah,
master that skill before the world sees you for the first time. I think that's really strong.
I admit it to everybody and to the people that I look up to. I say, I'm going to be the greatest comedian in the world. And I go, not yet. I'm going to have maybe it's going to take me forever, but I will become one of the greatest comedians in the world.
Manifestation. I love
I
it.
have to be. This is like, dude, when I was on stage and I realized this is my baby, I was like, fuck. Like, I will give up everything for this. Like, literally
Even
everything.
Impulsive podcast?
Everything.
So at the beginning of this one, I did go to Twitter. We were looking for some topical shit.